This week I didn't have time to record an episode because I was moving around a little bit. So instead of leaving you without an episode of Citadelium, I decided to record a short bonus episode and talk a little bit about Bitcoiners and why they are a little extreme on some issues. So I think the most important part here is to understand that when where Bitcoiners come from, and it comes from this ingrained distrust of the government and anything that public officials say and do. And let me give you an example, a personal example. For example, when I started getting into Bitcoin, my very first question was, why do I need it at all? And of course, the main issue was that if I already have the Canadian dollars, let's say, or US dollars in my pocket right now, this is what I work for. Why do I need Bitcoins at all? And this, of course, sent me on a rabbit hole journey of how money is created, what central banking is, and how this whole financial system operates. So, of course, during that journey, I learned quite a lot of truths that are pretty outrageous if you think about it, because they are truths about how the whole system is a big scam, and then if that if the creators of this system were able to pass this scam as a legitimate system for so many years, and pretty much everybody in the world believes that this financial system is the way it should work, then what else was there? What else was out there that they lied about? And this is the premise I think that most Bitcoiners rely on. It is essentially distrust of someone or some entity that betrayed you at some point. And uh, I guess the very simple example would be in familial relationships. Let's say your spouse cheating on you, and even if you forgive your spouse, the life your life together will not be the same anymore, because there will not be this strong trust in each other anymore, or at least on the part of the person who forgave the other one. So this is exactly the same with anything that has to do with the government. If they lied about the whole financial situation, if they lied about how money works, they and based on those lies, they forced you to actually work hard, and actually harder and harder as time goes, just to earn these useless and worthless pieces of paper, or sometimes not pieces of paper, sometimes just a number on your computer, in terms of bank account balance. Then what else would they could they lie about? And it turns out they lie about pretty much everything. So that's why you see a lot of Bitcoiners um, hold positions that are not very conventional. Starting with money, and then they go into other domains of life, because they become curious and they start researching things. And suddenly you see Bitcoiners who advocate eating red meat all the time. You see Bitcoiners who advocate sun tanning for extended periods of time, because the sun apparently is not that dangerous for you. You see Bitcoiners who want a large family, which goes obviously against the mainstream narrative. You see Bitcoiners who do not really agree with the claim that we're all going to die in a few years because of climate change. There are also a lot of Bitcoiners who don't really believe that this uh, coronavirus pandemic is actually real. It doesn't mean that the virus is not real, but the claim that there is an actual pandemic with millions of people dying is clearly crumbling in front of our eyes right now. So there is a lot of other things out there, and that Bitcoiners are pretty adamant about. So I just wanted to explain to you why that is. And for me personally, I experienced exactly the same thing. I first learned about money. It kind of blew my mind and expanded it as well. And then I started asking exactly the same question. I started asking, okay, well, if the money is fake, is the food that I'm eating fake? Is what I'm seeing on TV and what they're saying right now to me is fake as well? The answer to a lot of these questions was unfortunately yes, which there's this notion of how reality is just an illusion, which even in spiritual matters it's pretty much true. But the biggest illusion is that reality that we are fed on our screens, through the internet, through TV, through radio, all kinds of media, and also through so-called public education, which is kindergartens, schools, secondary, primary, and high schools, and then after that college and university. All of that, or I would say the vast majority of that knowledge that you're getting from these sources is not really true, or it's not. It does not reflect the way things really are. So what you are fed is just a version of reality that they want you to think. And as you know, the saying goes that they cannot make you think what they want, but they can make you think about something. So that's what the media does, right? Um, yeah, so this I think is very important to know, because a lot of people complain that Bitcoiners are too extreme. They are not apologetic. They are not somewhere in the middle. They always take these extreme positions. And there is a big and important reason for that. I hope this episode um, is valuable to you as well. And I'll see you next week when I actually record the next episode of Citadelium. Until next time.